Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about motivation and why entrepreneurs and online course creators fail or give up on their online course business when they're moments away from reaching their first sale. We've helped thousands of creators around the world launch digital product and online course businesses, and I have firsthand experience not only in my own business, but with helping these creators in seeing exactly what it takes to build a online knowledge business that is going to be successful or not. So today I'm going to share what is the number one reason that we've personally seen entrepreneurs fail at their business and how you can make sure that you're set up for success when you go to launch your online course or digital product business. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe below. Hey everybody, I'm Brian McAnulty and I'm the founder of Heights Platform, the online course creation software that helps entrepreneurs and creators like you build online knowledge businesses that help get your students real results. All right, so let's get right into it. The number one reason that entrepreneurs fail with their online course business is not because their content isn't good enough, it's not because their marketing isn't good enough, and it's not because their branding or design isn't good enough. It's simply because they fail to launch their course. So we've seen countless examples of creators who get any one of those three right. And as long as they go ahead and actually launch, they'll eventually find that first sale, some level of success, in some cases, crazy success, even though they never finished kind of those other pieces that they're missing. So we've seen examples of creators where there's no branding at all. They've completely ignored their branding and they've already earned six figures on their online course. We've seen other creators where they've got a beautiful looking course and they're afraid to launch still because they think it's not quite ready yet and they haven't earned anything as a result and they're ready to give up. Really, you don't have to make things perfect. I'm guilty of trying to be a perfectionist myself with some things. Your content can always be improved, your branding can always be improved, your marketing can always be improved. But if you don't get your product out there, then there's zero potential that you're going to get customers or get sales that will help you sustain and actually improve those things for your business, for your future customers. So I want to go into a couple examples here from some of our own creators. We've got this page on our site. If you go to heightsplatform.com and click on examples right here, it is right there in the menu. And we've gotten some tips from a bunch of our creators about what would they do if they were just starting out today with an online course. With many of these creators, they are successful because they've nailed down one of those 3 points. So either they have content, they have their marketing, they have their branding, but it isn't necessary to have all three. And even if you have one of those three, but it's not perfect yet, that's still completely okay. It's better to get your product out there and improve from there, because you also don't kind of really know what to improve until you have some kind of audience seeing what you have. You might think, well, I really got to get this part of my logo right, or I really have to get this part of my marketing planned out, or maybe content, right? I really have to get this one thing in my content finished. I need this one other video or these 5 other videos or 20 other videos. You're stalling yourself with this launch because you believe you need this for your students, right? Well, the situation is that once you do get that first student, maybe your priorities are wrong, you know? Maybe they come to you and they say, hey, I have a question about this. And then you find out there's actually a gap or hole in your content that you didn't even have planned in those 5 to 20 lessons that you thought you still needed. But getting that first customer, not only did it get you a sale and keep you motivated, it let you know, well, this is the real thing I should focus on because this is what my customers actually need from me. And as long as you can provide that value to someone, then you'll be able to make sales and succeed. We've got a great story here. So on the Creator Stories page of our website here, Paul is a great example of this same situation that I'm describing that so many entrepreneurs go through. Paul is a podcaster. He's got multiple podcasts, and he receives about 30,000 downloads per episode on his podcast. He was about to give up, actually, when one day he got an email and somebody donated $40 to him. He didn't have like a donate option or anything at this point. He was just doing the podcast and producing it. And then he unexpectedly got this donation. Before that point, he didn't really interact kind of with his fans or his listeners as much. He knew there was people listening to him. Obviously, he's getting all these downloads, but he didn't really know if he should continue or not. Getting that one donation that he didn't even ask for was really his motivation to move forward with his podcast and turning that into an online course. So for me, from my experience, I started as a web designer, a freelancer building websites for clients. When I first decided that, well, I want to find a way to grow and expand my business past this, how can I turn what is now basically an hourly rate into something that I can leverage, where I can create a product that I can provide value to people and get sales over a greater amount of impact in the world, while even if I'm asleep. So at the time, I was selling custom web design services, and we were doing contracts that were 5-figure web design contracts. And once I launched a digital product, some of my first products that I launched, maybe I was making a few dollars profit on them per sale. And that sale from those digital products was incredibly more motivational to me than the 5-figure website contracts that I might have landed a couple weeks before. So even though the digital product sales weren't really paying the bills yet, getting them is what really provided that motivation. And some creators are fortunate enough that even though they're kind of in the same place with their marketing, they're kind of in the same place with their content, one of them is going to get that first sale before the other, right? Let's say that you've got 1% of your traffic that your leads actually end up going and purchasing from you, right? Somebody's going to get that first sale earlier than the other, even with the kind of same marketing and the same scenario of being set up. In that case, the person that gets that first sale, they now have that motivation to continue. They're fortunate enough to have that to keep pushing them forward and keep feeling like, okay, I can do this, I can grow. Some creators who struggle to get that first sale, that's really all they needed to help push them to continue, even though that first sale, maybe it's not enough to quite pay the bills yet. What you really need to see is to see that it's possible. That's what I'd like to encourage and kind of show everyone here today, that not only is it possible, but we are seeing thousands of creators succeed online, even if they don't have everything perfect yet for their online course. And the number one reason that we see people fail is, again, because they simply fail to launch. So the creators that succeed, more often than not, something is growing in their business. They're getting a bigger audience, they're getting more sales, they're getting that first sale, they're becoming, in some cases, wildly successful with their online course business. But there's others who have great looking content, who have a great marketing strategy, who have great valuable content, that simply are giving up because they haven't launched yet. You kind of just got to know that there is that potential out there. There are creators who are being successful that are teaching the same kind of thing that you're thinking about teaching to your audience. I showed you here on the Heights platform, we have the ability that you can change your branding, you can change your colors, you can upload a logo. We've got one creator where he's got excellent content. He obviously must have his marketing pretty down, but his branding or design sense is pretty much non-existent. He never changed any of the color themes or uploaded a logo, added a custom domain or any of that in his Heights account. If you logged in as a student, you'd simply see Heights and it's all the green default color scheme. It doesn't look like his business or brand at all. And he's made 6 figures already with his online course. So many creators will get hung up on thinking, oh, well, my design's not quite right yet. People aren't going to buy because they're not going to think that my design looks quite as professional as it should, or my logo isn't quite finished. Well, in this case, this creator is already making a 6-figure income on selling a course where he doesn't have a logo. He doesn't have a design, but he's got valuable content and he put it out there. As long as you have one of those things and you can provide that value to your students, then it's better to launch earlier and start getting that feedback from your students and potential students than wait so long that you end up giving up because you never launched. So I hope this video was helpful. If you are struggling to launch your online course, if you have any questions about this, please leave them in the comments below, or even send us an email at support@heightsplatform.com. Even if you're not a customer, we'd love to hear from you and love to hear what are your challenges in creating an online knowledge business for yourself. If you don't already have a Heights Platform account, I encourage you to sign up today, create a free trial. You can start building your online course, building your digital products, building your membership right today. Why not make it a goal to launch your course within the time of that 30-day free trial? All right. So create the trial. You've got 30 days, build it, talk with us, ask us any questions you have, and then launch and start to go out there to your audience and get customers. So I hope this was helpful. Again, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next time.